Hi guys, today I'm going to talk about Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. You guys know I love Harry Potter. It's one of my favorite things in life. That's my Hogwarts sticker right there. I went and saw the play yesterday, which was October the 8th, in case you wanted to know, and I loved it. I also have here the book that's the script, because you guys know I read that when it came out, so I already knew everything that happened in that play, which is the first thing that I feel like I have to say, because I was not surprised by the plot, obviously because I already knew everything, but people that went there, I feel like no one read the book, because every time like a major thing happened, if you read this, there are a few major things that happened throughout the play, and people there were really surprised. They were like gasping. It just seemed like people hadn't read it, so people were really surprised, and it was really cool to have that sort of audience reaction as well. There was a standing ovation at the end, so that is an indicator that people there loved it. I know there are a few people out there that don't like the script, don't like the story, did not like the play, whatever. Other reviews I've read from professional theater reviewers were really good, and the standing ovation just lets me know that the audience likes it as well. So if you've heard people say they did not like the play, do not listen to those people. Take it from what I'm saying. It's a really good play. Everyone there loved it. It wasn't just me. If you have no information about the play, the way it is set up, it's in two parts, so it's two different plays. Both are like 2.5 hours long with an interval. You can do them on 2 days or on 1 day if you go on Wednesday or Saturday. So pretty much you have a full day of Harry Potter play. That's what I did, so I had one at 2 p.m. and then the next one was at 7:30 p.m. and it was just amazing. I feel like if you do them on 1 day is much better than if you do them in 2 days, because you have like your mindset is there, and it's just, I don't know, it just completes the story much better in my opinion. I have my program here. You guys know I collect programs, so I have this one here, and I also bought the picture one because they got me with this one. Yeah. Now if we go into the actual play, the thing that stood out the most to me was the music. And I know that might be a bit of a weird thing to say because it's not a musical, it's just a play. So you might be like, huh, you like the music? It ties it all together, and it ties, if you've read it, you know, or if you've seen the play, you know what I'm talking about. There are like different scenes that just happen and are very different from each other. It has a very fast pace. One thing might not really tie in exactly with the next one. So they do a really good job of doing some little things with music in the middle to just tie things together and not make it seem really choppy, because if you read it, you feel like it might look choppy once performed, but they included those little things that tie it all together and make it more like a cohesive play, if you want to say. So the music has a huge thumbs up for me. I won that on Spotify. I tweeted about it. Please, someone make this happen. Now the cast. These people are portraying characters that I've known all my life, characters that I'm really fond of, so I was a bit skeptical going into it because I didn't feel like some of the actors would remind me of the actual characters, but I have to say I was wrong. I feel like the dialogue is made in a way that you are reminded of every character's personality in a certain way, that even if they're different actors and some of them don't really look like the ones in the movies, the guy playing Harry does look like Daniel Radcliffe, but if you guys know, the girl or the woman playing Hermione is a black woman, so she obviously does not look physically like Emma Watson. And I was worried about those things not making a connection in my mind when watching the play and just feeling like it's a different character out there. But again, I was wrong. They did amazing. I feel like they have the essence of the characters, and the actors know those characters really well, and they just know how to play them. The guy that I saw playing Scorpius was not the one that usually plays him. I feel like he was the understudy. I don't know if they've changed him completely or he was just there for 1 day, because there was not like a slip on the program like they usually would do when someone's like ill or something. So I don't know what's up with that, but it was a different guy. But I was really happy because he was really funny, and that's the thing, I was not expecting this. And I had read the book, I mean, you know, the script. I had read it, so I knew everything that was in it as far as dialogue and jokes and things like that. But I was not expecting it to be as funny as it was. You know, Ron's really funny and he was hilarious, and then Scorpius was the surprise for me. I really liked the character of Scorpius when I was reading the play, but I didn't feel like he was that funny, but the way the actors did it was just really funny, and I really loved that part of it. Because you have your moments that are really intense, that are really mentally draining, and then you have these other lighter moments that are just really funny. And I feel like that's one of the things that Harry Potter has, the whole series. They have really intense moments and really serious moments mixed with really funny and lighthearted things, and they do that in the play as well, and I really like that. The set was amazing as well. If you read this, again, I feel like I keep going back to if you've read this, but it's just the only way that I can, you know, connect with those people who have read it and they're just wondering, do I want to watch this, do I not? But if you've read it, or if you just know Harry Potter and you know what it is about, you know there's going to be magic tricks, spells, and things like that you probably don't know how it's going to look on stage. Because obviously if you have a movie, you have CGI, you have special effects, you have all these things to help you deliver those crazy things that we don't see in normal life. I'm happy to say there's a mixture of things you have to imagine, because obviously it's impossible to do in real life in front of you, with things that are done really well with lights, sounds, and other props and things. Even if you've read it, there are things you do not expect. There are things that happen beyond what's written down that you have to go and see. And obviously I went in thinking nothing was going to surprise me. There would be things that I would like, things that I would like a bit less and stuff like that. But I didn't think there would be any major surprises. I feel like they knew people would have read the script before, and they still wanted to make those people happy and make those people have a little bit of a surprise and have a little bit of a moment that was different. Just have a bit of an experience out of it, even if you already know the story. But going back to the stage, it was done really well. There's just a bunch of things that they do really fast and you're like, whoa, how did they do that? And it's just really cool. And yeah, I definitely was feeling like that's really cool with a bunch of the things they did. There was one moment I almost started crying, and I knew it was coming, but it's done. If you've seen this, you might know what I'm talking about, but there's this one moment that it's done so nicely, and it's one moment that you have to imagine. It's done really nicely with props and things, but it's one of those moments you can't physically do. It's not done like with CGI, so you see how it's, you know, done with people and stuff, but it was just so beautiful. Like, I loved that moment, and there were just so many things that you love, and it was really good, guys. I really loved it. And I want that feeling to come across here, because it was just amazing. And Harry Potter means so much to me, and all the characters do as well. And there's just stuff that you, I don't know, getting emotional here. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. And in a couple months, maybe I'm gonna try to get tickets again, because I definitely do want to see this again. It's not one of those things that I just want to see it once, because I feel like I need to see it again at some point. I feel like I started this video with a structure and then that all collapsed, and it did not happen like that, but these are just my feelings towards this play, and I know there's so many things that I've left out that I wanted to say but I've forgotten right now, and they will come up at some point. I'll be like, should have said that. Yeah, there are so many things on that play that I could talk about, but at the same time, if I don't want to spoil things. So anyway, I don't know if this video was helpful to any of you. I hope some of you watching this were actually thinking about maybe going to see it and have now decided to go see it because of it. That would make me really happy. And if you've seen it, please let me know in the comments what you thought. But that's gonna be everything for today's video. I really hope you guys liked it. And let me know in the comments if you guys like theater reviews, because I go to the theater as much as I can. And if I can do reviews for you, then I will do those, because I do love talking about theater. And give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!